Oh, interesting. Wow, Muta seems really heated here. Surely he's got some great points. Surely he's about to lay out some... He's about to spit some fire. About to really tear Ethan Klein apart. Moving on, being a better person. That's what Muta's famous for. That's what we've seen from Muta. Oh man, I'm not a violent person. He's a tech guy, by the way. He's a tech guy and investigator. This is so crazy. There was enough on the table to bury Muta with Mama Max.
Remarkably unentertaining content.
Dude, look at this guy's face. LiquidSonic, okay? Excellent, great channel. We love this channel. Very epic channel. We love this channel. Very epic channel. Has done a video on Mutahar, okay? Has done a video on Mutahar. The luckiest ever man on YouTube, sorry. I think it should be luckiest man ever, really. But whatever. Whatever. Ignoring the slight syntax error there. A video on Mutahar. This guy usually puts out bangers that I agree with. So hopefully, this will be a banger that I agree with. But also hopefully it has something I can disagree with, because then I'll have more commentary to give. But let's take a look.
I'm kind of the aficionado of handing out these reality checks to a lot of things.
Mutahar of Some Ordinary Gamers.
Yeah, if I'm gonna get in the chat trying to get gotchas on me, going, well, what's an adverb? What's an adverb? What's an adverb? Then yeah, I'm gonna start poking holes in other people's syntax. Yeah. Yeah. If that's the game we're playing.
This has found himself in some
I'm kind of the aficionado of handing out these reality checks to a lot of things.
Mutahar of Some Ordinary Gamers has found himself in some controversy recently. What an unlucky guy. It turned out that Mama Max was a complete freak. Who'd have thought it? And it also turned out that Nux Taku was a freak. And this is all blowing up in poor old Muta's face. But I actually don't think that Mutahar is an unlucky guy. In fact, despite all of these controversies, Muta is probably the luckiest YouTuber I can think of. There are a lot of creators questioning Muta's character regarding how he's dealt with these recent controversies. But I'd like to question his content, because despite his success, Muta is one of the most incompetent and unentertaining YouTubers out there. So I thought I'd give an overview of the Some Ordinary Gamers channel and make the case of Mutahar being YouTube's luckiest creator. In an attempt to prove that I'm not just some unhinged hater, I will compliment the fact that he has made some good decisions. He's kept up with the times, diversifying his content, and he's collaborated with other online friend simulators, so shut-ins.
Yo, I'm just grabbing coffee, but this guy is spitting right now. Holy this guy is spitting.
Creator. In an attempt to prove that I'm not just some unhinged hater, I will compliment the fact that he has made some good decisions. He's kept up with the times, diversifying his content.
This is my guy. This LiquidSonic guy. This guy just spits what I've been thinking.
Creator. In an attempt to prove that I'm not just some unhinged hater, I will compliment the fact that he has made some good decisions. He's kept up with the times, diversifying his content, and he's collaborated with other online friend simulators, so shut-ins without any contact with the real world can add him to their imaginary friend groups. I see people on the hellhole that is Reddit commenting things such as, I miss when Mutahar wasn't a drama YouTuber, and that they miss the days when he'd make his horror-related gaming content. Looking back at the older stuff on his channel, it is quite endearing. One thing I would like to bring up was his DDoSing video. Because Muta is a tech guy, this isn't quite what I expected, and I found it fairly funny to look back at, simply because if someone were making these comments today, it would purely be written off as bait.
I hope some of you have heard the term DDoSing. If you don't know what it is, it's denial of service. If you knock me offline, I really don't give a shit. I honestly don't. I could give less of a fuck. But when we're trying to have fun, when we're streaming or something, you know, when we're just relaxing, please don't. I mean, I'm not, you know, probably the actual DDoS might be like, oh, were you mad, Mutahar? You mad? Yeah. Yeah, I'm mad. I'm mad that there are people in the world who like to ruin the fun of others. You know what I mean? That's really, really sad. That's sad, pathetic, and everything that anyone can possibly think of. I mean,
this guy sucks, man.
Lies and coming to my Twitch stream page and just knocking it offline. If that's fun to you, You need to go outside because there's a world out there.
Wow, he's really owning the trolls
I
here.
don't know about
Goddamn.
back then, but this seems to be prime lolcow behavior.
Yeah.
Along with Muta's gaming content, he was also popular for creepypasta reading videos. This guy has made an insane amount of these. I didn't want to take too much time looking through these, but here's a Sonic one and a Contra one, both in the middle of the playlist. For the Sonic one, he stumbles his way through reading this, putting on this silly, spooky type of voice.
There was a small gap in the floor before the sign, and after touching the sign, instead of running to the right, like he usually does, Sonic turned around and just looked in the direction of the gap for about 30 seconds.
And at the end of the Contra one, he seems to be taking it so seriously. I know he's playing into it for spooky effect or whatever, but it just seems so stupid.
No virus can really launch a Genesis game and allow it to respond to you, via voice, unless you download a hacked ZSNES emulator, a really hacked one, by the way, which I don't even know if that emulator is like open source or anything, which if it isn't, then
Oh, it's kind of
that's really hard to do.
Thank you for the $2. Thank you.
Now, could it have been the works of a video editing solution and some dark arts in the acting for Let's Plays? Who knows? Hell, for all I know, this could be the real deal. And if that's the case, it's fucking terrifying.
It's a mystery to me why this stuff has such a big audience. Or at least, why is this the guy that you want to hear read them?
I remember watching my brother play through Contra 3 on the SNES back in the day. After seeing that face for the first time, though, it would haunt me for quite a while.
But if Some Ordinary Gamers was just a subpar horror YouTube channel, we wouldn't be making this video. So let's take a leap forward and look at Muta diversifying his content. As I was browsing, I found this Girlfriends Hate These Games video, and there was a segment I thought that would be interesting to see what he said about due to, recent controversies.
Oh no.
But don't get your hopes up, okay?
Oh, okay.
He reads this segment where someone's trashing this probably creepy dating simulator. Then he gives this wonderful bit of commentary.
Is all you can come up with when asked for evidence of your progress. You might want to look into the many sequels of Tokimeki, seeing as how she'll never go out with you again.
I remember that I used to watch his creepypasta videos because they were the only ones that didn't spook me. The idea of like a generation of teenagers becoming Mutahar fans because he made the worst creepypasta videos, the ones that didn't capture the vibe at all. That's epic. That's epic. Thank you for the $1.99. No goals for any $2. Great point. Seriously, I love that I have such a conscientious chat. I will be happy. Smile. Oh, fuck. I meant to do it with yellow and higher. Now you're going to get the goal too easy. Oh, shit. Whatever.
Whoo! Damn, man. This guy's just straight up going there. Okay, similar offender is Leisure Suit Larry.
This reminds me of like a Stomedy or Jinx level.
I remember I watched Mutahar originally. The first time I watched a Mutahar video, I was watching his deep web exploration videos. Back when, normies and shit were just finding out what the deep web was in 2018 sort of time. So I used to use them as background noise while I was playing like WoW and shit like that. But I never thought he was like, I was never like, oh wow, Mutahar knows everything. It's like, wow, this guy goes on fucking, Reddit or... What's the, there's like a Tor version of Reddit. Right? What is it? It's like Dark Reddit or some shit. It's got like some retarded fucking name. There was like some Tor Reddit. I just assumed he went on there and scrolled for like spooky deep web websites. Dread it. That's it. Yeah.
Level of interaction with the content.
I'm Greg. I'm married.
My name is Jeff. Mr. Jeff.
Oh, fuck. Oh, gotta make a video. Gotta make a video today. YouTube time. YouTube. Tiniest Game Boy ever. All right, see that's a video idea right there. All right, it's even got 8.2 thousand fire damage. It's a good idea, dude. Game Boy on a keychain. Listen for it. Otherwise, you don't understand how difficult a lot of this is. All right, this is back-breaking intensive work.
Yeah, in Australia, because that's where Melbourne is, they've got this place called Delete, and you spend a few hours to kill someone.
This is Muta aping H3H3's style at the time. I guess this was his funny guy era, and this video also introduces the bloated and aimless talking in circles style that the Some Ordinary Gamers channel has pioneered. So Muta stops doing the skit and he does some serious talk. And what he needs to tell the YouTube community are that YouTube news videos with no editing are easy to make, and the creators shouldn't complain about making them. He starts making this point at around 4 minutes and 50 seconds into the video and finishes it at 8 minutes and 4 seconds. So he takes over 3 minutes to lay out a basic thought that can be conveyed in one short sentence. And that right there is the Some Ordinary Gamers style of commentary. But that's enough of picking apart his old crap. There is a huge L that Muta took that no one seems to remember anymore. So I think we should...
Oh, interesting.
Take a look back on it. So here we are in 2020, and Some Ordinary Gamers feels like making a video on H3H3. This was a popular thing to do at the time. H3H3 was changing his content, he was changing the demographic that he was trying to appeal to, and he wasn't doing very well at it at the time. So what does Muta decide to criticize H3H3 on?
My concern is his donation shaming and how hypocritical it is, and it's something that is actually...
Wow, Muta seems really heated here. Surely he's got some great points. Surely he's about to lay out some... He's about to spit some fire. About to really tear Ethan Klein apart.
Actually pissed me off enough to make this video. Ethan did the exact same thing. He looked at Jeff Bezos, said, wow, the richest guy in the world only gave $100 million, and just completely shat on it. Now, I'm just gonna say this much, okay? Donation shaming is shitty, Ethan, okay? Let me just put it out there. The take I had is the right take. To look at someone donate and then immediately look at how much they're worth is so toxic, it's not even funny.
So this is a strange thing to be so incredibly righteous about.
But he made that take.
But the funny thing about this is, Ethan didn't make that take. Because the time between Jeff Bezos donating that money and Muta making this video, Ethan hadn't released any content. So this donation shaming he's getting so mad about actually happened in his imagination. And this is my favorite bit about this. Muta has a follow-up video, and this is his way of taking accountability.
Now, going back to that original video, I'm going to take an L on a point where I talked about Ethan Klein donation shaming Jeff Bezos.
Okay, that's good, because he must be really embarrassed.
And while he didn't outright donation shame Jeff Bezos, it's honestly really, really hard to sometimes look in that favor because...
Wait, what was that?
It's honestly really, really hard to sometimes look in that favor because when you go and check Ethan's podcast record, you can see that he's definitely punching around at billionaires all the time. Ethan is very quick to call out a billionaire, but very, 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 very late or almost never willing to accept the fact, defeat, and ever congratulate them when they do something right.
You know what, Ethan? You're not giving props to billionaires enough.
Is that true? It really came out of nowhere? I don't know how we didn't find it.
But fuck it, let's see what Some Ordinary Gamer has.
Is there a clip in here? Do they have a clip?
Yeah, no, they are.
They are fucking hard. Like, yeah, absolutely. Like, I agree. They're definitely hard. We're doing one right now. I wouldn't say it's near the production value, obviously.
Ethan's video money. Metallica donated $750. Chris $750,000, obviously.
Metallica?
Yeah.
The band?
The band. Chris Hemsworth, Thor donated $1 million. DiCaprio donated $3 million. Kylie Jenner, DiCaprio. Leonardo.
Nice.
Kylie Jenner, $1 million. Elton John, $1 million. Ethan and Ela Klein of Teddy Fresh, $50,739. But then here's where my question comes in. Now, I'm not usually someone. Money is money. Donation is a donation. It's all good. But what do you make of Jeff Bezos donating $690,000?
A lot of people made the comparison of like that's literally the equivalent of a middle-class person donating, I don't know, $69 or something. I think that
was less.
Less? Yeah, I think it was like that was the argument.
I think it was.
He should have made that.
He makes that in 6 minutes.
Yeah. If you're gonna donate that little,
he makes that in 6 minutes.
But he's so certain that I donation shamed Jeff Bezos. Imagine coming and making a video with such righteous anger about something.
So it doesn't seem like it was made up.
Even happened.
Dude, imagine Ethan making a straight 30.
It wasn't made up, but yeah, he wasn't donation shaming there. He was just pointing. He literally just raised it as a question, as a discussion point on the podcast, and then pointed out that he makes that amount of money in 6 minutes. He didn't even shame it. He just pointed out that, I mean, that is like pocket change to this guy. That is nothing.
Yeah, but
yeah, like what? You're Jeff Bezos. You couldn't drop a milli. Like really, you couldn't just drop a million just to like look good. 600K? Why? Really?
What the dude? What is wrong with?
I don't know why you would gunk guard like one of the richest, probably the richest man on earth at this point in time for the divorce. I don't know why you would gunk guard. Like, don't donation shame this guy. Why are you donation shaming? This is the richest guy. I'll donation shame. Thank you. I will donation shame.
Ethan is very quick to call out a billionaire, but very, 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 very late or almost never willing to accept the fact defeat and ever congratulate them when they do something right.
You know what, Ethan? You're not giving props to billionaires enough. What the f, dude? What is wrong with him?
That being said, though, it takes the maturity and it takes a level to admit when you're wrong. And yeah, I'll take my point on that. But that's called character development, and that's called being humble, a page that I'm sure Ethan Klein will reach one day.
You can't say you're being humble while simultaneously...
Yeah, all that character development Muta's famous for. That character development. Owning his mistakes. Moving on, being a better person. That's what Muta's famous for. That's what we've seen from Muta.
Being the most arrogant, smug piece of shit possible.
Why don't you guys sit down and make N95 respirator masks and donate them to health officials so they can use those masks to help protect themselves while they protect the general public getting infected right now?
Why aren't you making masks, Ethan? I don't know, it's too stupid to comment on that one. And these jabs on Ethan's character make him sound like the most unhinged hater.
You know, Ethan, if you really cared, okay, if you really gave a shit about helping the world, we would all see it, because you are the one guy to definitely rub it in our faces. Ethan, you're probably gonna watch this video at some point. I know you will, okay? I definitely see that level of
this guy was seething.
That ego.
He can't make this style of content. And unfortunately for Muta, H3 decided to address him in the form of a video. And I'll reiterate, this was when H3 stocks were low, a lot of small YouTubers were turning on him, and Muta handed up H3 a free win, which made him be able to wipe away all the criticism by trashing Muta. And I'll show you a few highlights from Ethan's video, because he did a pretty good job at knocking Muta down a peg or two.
Same guy that donated only $1,000.
I don't really remember that. I know this stuff happened. I knew there was some H3 Muta fight. I remembered that had happened at one point. I don't remember any of the videos. So I hope this is funny. I hope this is one of those classic Ethan W's.
Team Trees when that was out. See, I can do the same thing you do, Ethan, but I'm not going to do it because I'm not a hypocrite when it comes to this shit. The reality of it is, he only donated a tiny % of his net worth to a charity. And that's his take. If I was to apply Ethan logic, yeah, guess what? You're just as shitty as Bezos. But I'm not going to do that.
The layers of irony are, there's so many layers. I have to first peel back one layer here. First obvious layer being that, of course, I didn't say that. So when you take that away, all that's left is actually you just literally donation shaming me.
But I'm not going to do that.
And then another layer of irony is that he's using an example of me donating to try to prove that I never donated.
Oh shit, a lot has happened the past couple days, huh? Ooh, $100,000 donation by our friend Ethan Klein. I wonder what may have caused that, but you know what? It is what it is.
I wonder what may have caused that? It was definitely me. You didn't light a fire under my ass. You blew smoke up my ass and all of your viewers' ass. Now you're sitting here, the so-called aficionado of reality checks.
I'm kind of the aficionado of handing out these reality checks to a lot of things.
Dude, oh my god. Well, I just wanna... I'm not a violent person. I'm not a violent person, but I just wanna... Oh man, I'm not a violent person. Seeing how Mutahar used to position himself. Oh man, that's so fucking enraging. Oh, I'm kind of like the aficionado of these reality checks. Shut up, you smug fucking freak. You are 75 IQ, parading as 95. And it's fucking embarrassing. Get offline.
Taking credit for my $100,000 donation is beyond insane.
And after all that, Muta made a real apology video.
Now, I donation shame Jeff.
We just played the clip. Danko Gergic. We actually just played the clip, so we know that's not true.
Bezos, or not, I donation shamed. I claimed Ethan Klein had donation shamed Jeff Bezos for $100 million, which was a complete fallacy. Wrong. I made that video sort of...
Wait, Danko Gergic, why is the guy who made the claim walking it back? Wait, I thought that happened. Why is the guy who made the claim walking it back against his interest? He didn't donation shame Bezos. He raised it as a point that Bezos's contribution was the amount of money he makes in 6 minutes on a podcast, and asked his friends what they thought of that. He didn't donation shame. He raised it as a topic.
Or not, I donation shamed. I claimed Ethan Klein had donation shamed Jeff Bezos for $100 million, which was a complete fallacy. Wrong. I made that video sort of in kind of like, you know, anger of being like a former fan uploaded it, and I made a wrong statement. And for that, I 100% owe Ethan a complete apology for that video. It was wrong, and I should have checked my sources better, for sure, 100%.
And in my opinion, this apology was too late. He had already had it pointed out to him that he was in the wrong, and his response to that was to make the smug second video, and he only apologizes when he's made to look like an absolute idiot.
And going forward, I'm definitely gonna have to vet my videos a billion times better. It made me learn something. This channel is a lot bigger than it ever was.
Okay, so Mutah's gonna vet his videos from now on. So what's this? 4-year-old video. TikTok is about to get banned.
People don't like TikTok. Now, if you haven't heard, the application may be getting a big old ban.
There's a pattern here. He keeps saying, I keep hearing Mutahar say all this. Oh, I'm gonna check on my friends. I'm gonna check out my friends. I'm not sure I don't associate with people who are against my morals anymore. Oh, I'm going to make sure that my videos have no errors in them anymore. Again, and again, and again.
And now, it may actually just be completely for the wrong reasons, but we'll cover it the best way that I can.
Okay, there's some shady stuff, bit of speculation there. Then what's this one? About that TikTok ban.
You know, I think it's safe to say TikTok is entering the ban hammer. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today, at some point, I believe, TikTok may be banned or will be about to go through the ban phase.
He's a tech guy, by the way. He's a tech guy and investigator. Tech guy and investigator. And this is what he was saying.
Is entering the ban hammer. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today, at some point, I believe, TikTok may be banned or will be about to go through the ban phase. Now,
what's this one? How will TikTok survive?
Now, I want to read something real quick. TikTok is not safe. I think TikTok is about to shut down.
Okay, this guy's calling it. And here we have it. TikTok is dead.
TikTok is dead in the water. Now, this might be an inflammatory title. It is banned. I wanted to wait on this video instead of just making it yesterday because I wanted to make sure the rabbit couldn't be pulled out of the hat, couldn't be dug out of the dark recesses of the earth, and TikTok would actually come back. No, ladies and gentlemen, within 24 hours, TikTok is actually dead. It is going to be removed from the App Store, the Play Store. It's not going to be downloadable anymore, ladies and gentlemen. It is gone.
This is so crazy. This is so crazy. He's so fucking stupid, man. This is what I was saying. So I wish I was less lazy, because I always been saying I knew there were times when Mutahar had completely fucked stories on tech shit, but I just stopped going on about it because I just couldn't be bothered to go and find them. I wish I was less lazy, because I knew there was shit like this. I knew it was there, because I had it in the... Yeah, when you've got something in the back of your mind, you know, just like, I know I've seen this guy fuck so much stuff up. But then you just stop saying it, because it's just like, well, I can't prove it, so I'm not gonna get in arguments with people over it, so I'm just not gonna say it. I wish I had...
Now you might be wondering, ooh, what happened? What did TikTok do?
Okay, good work, Muta. Well done for waiting. But what's this? A video came out the next day. TikTok actually survived.
I'll be real with you. I waited. I actually, waited for this. I really did. I was like, man, if I wait on this, maybe they might save themselves. Guys, they saved themselves within 12 hours.
What a complete waste of time. I made a video recently where I commented on Vosh and how his content now consists of him going on live stream, looking at a news article and just talking shit to fill time. And this is a video version of that. It's so lazy. A year ago he made TikTok is in serious trouble, and a month ago he made TikTok is in serious trouble right now. 7 months ago he made TikTok has been banned. And would you know it, he was 7 months premature, but he might actually be right this time. So good work.
Well, I doubt it. I don't think Trump's gonna let that go through. No, I feel like Trump is probably gonna oppose this. Isn't that what people generally think? Is that Trump is gonna want TikTok to stay?
A year ago he made TikTok is in serious trouble, and a month ago he made TikTok is in serious trouble right now. 7 months ago he made TikTok has been banned. And would you know it, he was 7 months premature, but he might actually be right this time. So good work, Muta. Very informative stuff. And let's move on to look at this video. YouTube Pick a Side succeeded. For those who aren't aware, Muta used to be good friends with creator Mama Max. This guy was a creator that would make fictional predator hunter videos that he'd tried to pass off as real, and if that sounds insane, it's because it absolutely was. Mama Max would use a lot of weird graphic imagery in his videos, and it led to some of them getting taken down. And Max, because he was pretending to do something virtuous, decided to start a campaign called Pick a Side YouTube. He got lots of other YouTubers involved, and he just did all this dumb edgy shit and was like, oh, do you care about protecting kids YouTube, blah 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 blah. And Muta loved it. He thought it was really cool and got heavily involved, but in reality it was just some publicity stunt to get Mama Mac's attention, and it led nowhere. Which is why I was surprised to see the title of this video, YouTube Pick a Side succeeded. And I'm gonna comment again, I watched this video on 2x speed, and there is so much preamble, time-filling nonsense. This 12-minute video
that is the only way to watch Mutahar's content. If you are going to make the horrible decision, the horrible choice with your time, to load up a Mutahar video on your web browser, watching it on 2x is the minimum, absolute bare minimum rate of consumption. It's just not worth listening to on 1x. It's just so much time filled, so much superfluous talking. It's like you should just find the article that he's repeating. If you're going to watch a Mutahar video, you should just search the topic, look at the top most upvoted link to an article on Reddit, and go read that instead. Because you're going to get the same information in about a quarter of the time.
Really should be about 2 minutes long. And here's the actual thing that happened. 8.5 minutes into the video, this is why Muta is declaring the campaign to be a success.
In fact, the best part to come out of it is this little tweet. I had a phone call with YouTube yesterday. We had an unexpectedly successful conversation about pushing the future of the platform in the right direction. I will be meeting up with a representative in person soon to discuss details, and will not stop hounding them until great changes have been made to benefit us creators. I want to extend my sincerest gratitude to all of you for spreading the message, both positive and negative, as well as take the time to gush about all of my colleagues who accepted the invitation to appear in my videos. You're all the most amazing and beautiful friends a man could ever ask for. I thank you so much for everything. Looks like YouTube takes our side, and I can't wait to see what 2020 brings us.
So Max was reached out to, and this didn't lead anywhere. There were absolutely no changes made, and Muta is here writing the history so him and his fraudulent friends can come out on top, and then they can go on their boring podcast with a title such as "We forced YouTube to pick a side." It is a horrible behavior they're displaying here. With the huge following they have, why do they also need to manipulate situations like this? The whole Mama Max situation is one of Mutahar's luckiest, and that's thanks to a cruel but kind man, Nicholas Diorio. Because as previously mentioned, Mama Max is a fraud.
Nick is a bitch, I gotta say for this. Nick should have opened his eyes, buried Mutahar. I understand that that's easy for me to say because I'm not the guy in the position where, you know, you've got me on one side saying, bury this fucking loser, and a bunch of other people on the other side saying, why are you eating other commentary channels? Why are you always cannibalizing each other? I can't believe you turn on your friends like this. So it's easy for me to say. However, Nick, absolutely, there was enough information, there was enough on the table to bury Muta with Mama Max. He was so part of it. He was like not just complicit, he was like, you know, encouraging. He was the number one cheerleader.
He consistently lied throughout his...
And he just literally got out of it by getting Nick this interview. Literally threw Max under the bus to Nick and then just slipped away.
Because as previously mentioned, Mama Max is a fraud. He consistently lied throughout his videos about his accomplishments, and Muta was a big defender of this guy. So if it wasn't for Nicholas Diorio helping him come around to the fact that he's been tricked into promoting a fraud for so long, his credibility could have taken a real hit. And I just want to know, when it comes to Muta's character, him being dishonest and the like, the rabbit hole does go very deep. I'm not really going to cover it here, but I'd recommend if you search up channels Chud Logic or Kuihman, there are going to be some good clips of them covering that stuff from their live streams.
W LiquidSonic. We appreciate LiquidSonic. W. Thank you for the $5 awesome sauce. Thank you, thank you.
But it all came to a head with Mutahar, Nicholas Diorio, and Mama Max getting in a call together, and Nick managing to get Max to admit that he's a complete fraud. So with this information, Nick and Muta both released videos going over this situation. And quite awkwardly, to make this point, I have to glaze Nick's video, because it is really good. When I first watched the video, I came away from it...
The video, look, Nick's Mama Max video is hard as fuck. It is. It was an amazing video. Yeah, Muta copied it. It's just, yeah, I mean, Mutahar should have, he should have taken more heat from that, 100%.
Thinking, it's impressive how much he's exposed this guy and made a quality piece of entertainment whilst doing so. And it also highlighted just how bad Mutahar is at making content. For starters, there are editing errors throughout the video.
So far, we have her testimony, but no real hard-hitting, irrefutable evidence that corroborates that testimony.
Which isn't something I'd normally call someone out for, but this guy has been making videos for so long, this is a serious topic for him, and this video got 2.8 million views, so you'd think with his incredible wealth, resources, and expertise, he wouldn't be leaving stuff like this in the video, and it's just a complete drag to watch. Because he's going over videos that he's watched in the past and said that they're okay, and now he's got to go through them and say how bad they are to save face. One of the worst things that Muta did in this situation is repeat false allegations that Max made against someone on his podcast. Max made a bunch of stuff up about this poor guy, and Muta just uncritically...
Well, okay, LiquidSonic is kind of, I gotta say, LiquidSonic, I don't know if he didn't want to make the video longer or something, but I feel like this point could be so much better immediately. It's not just some poor guy. The situation, if we can all cast our minds back, was that Magnetar, who was the new boyfriend of one of Mama Max's exes, was put together a video with was it 3 or 5? It was either 3 or 5 of Max's previous exes, all accusing him of abuse, with corroborating evidence, such as police reports. Like loads of shit that went back ages. It was like pretty much one of the best allegation videos that you could ask for, because it had like that circumstantial evidence from the time that corroborated certain events. And Max even copped to a lot of it in his video. And Max's response to Magnetar bringing these allegations forward was to, was to call Magnetar a pedophile, basically, forge screenshots, it seems, to back that up, and make up a bunch of bullshit about these exes, just throwing up random screenshots in his video, trying to act like he was exposing them for being crazy when he really wasn't. And Mutahar, Nux, Leon Lush all jumped on board with that, and they were bigging it up, saying how he totally owned those allegations and Magnetar's a pedophile. So it was completely insane, and they stated that they watched the video, so like it's totally insane. Yeah, Muta called it a bombshell, yeah.
Believed it because he really liked Max. Muta does apologize for this an hour and 10 minutes into the video.
Oh yeah, sorry. Haley never dated Max. Haley was like, they were like friends. It was like one of those friendships, where the guy is like super into the girl and is trying to stay friends to try and get a chance. Except then he gets really like creepy and stalky and pushy. And that's what happened.
Video, but he really should have opened with that. It was the most important thing for him to clear up, and it's just like an afterthought at the end of the video that half of his audience won't see. And nowhere did he apologize for promoting this guy, taking part in his campaigns, and the way he criticizes the video just comes off as disingenuous, because this guy is a fan. Muta thought this edgy Batman persona that Mama Max has was really cool, but the real problem with this video is it's just incredibly boring. And irritatingly, there's not really any way for me to convey that. But I challenge anyone, any Muta defenders, watch Nick's video and then watch Muta's video the next day or something, and tell me you don't come to the same conclusion. Nick exposes Max whilst parodying him and makes some genuine entertainment, and Muta just sits there like an idiot with egg on his face and simply tells you what happened. Remarkably unentertaining content. This parallels another one of Mutahar's very lucky situations, that being the completionist charity scam scandal.
Guys, welcome to Indieland. For those of you who don't know what we're doing, we're raising money for dementia research and prevention, helping victims who not only have dementia, but...
So I didn't look at any of this. I've just taken it as given that Mutahar was in the right on this, okay? I don't think I've ever spoken about it. I've never bothered looking into it. I'm just like, Mutahar goes, oh, I did so much investigative work on the completionist charity thing. So I just ignore it. I just let it ride. So let's see.
With the families of those around them.
YouTuber Gerard Khalil of The Completionist ran yearly fundraising events for a family-run Alzheimer's organization. The premise is that the organization would raise money and they would then donate it to Alzheimer's charities. But it turned out...
I'm soy nodding and feeling like a good person. Thank you, King Jones, for the $4.99. Thank you.
out, none of the money actually had been donated. It hadn't been stolen technically, it was just sitting in an account that the organization owned. And a similar thing to the Mama Max case happened, where two creators simultaneously made videos. This time it was Mutahar and Carl Jobst, and the difference in quality is outstanding. And again, I'm going to have to glaze Carl Jobst for a bit, because he is able to make the most informative and entertaining videos whilst completely trimming the fat. Even if you don't care about the topics that he covers, he always makes videos that are well thought out, punchy and fun to watch. This side by side with Muta's unscripted, incoherent, ramble style of videos is day and night. You can just see by the runtime here. Carl's video runs 12 minutes long. Muta took 38 minutes to convey the same piece of information. And you could defend Muta by being like, well, he went all through the accounts on his video. But the money is still in the account. That's the only information you really need to give. Everything else is fucking boring. It just dryly pads out his already shit video. Let's take a quick look at both of the openings of their videos.
All the money goes to the Open Hand Foundation, an organization that we started in honor of my mom, and all that money goes to dementia research. We don't touch any of it. We just work with the people who do need the money, and we help them do their thing.
This is Gerard Khalil, well known online as The Completionist. For more than a decade, his YouTube series where he completes games 100% has been very successful, and he has built a very large and respected brand.
Okay, good stuff. Introduced Gerard, we've introduced the charity. Obviously, you're going to want to see where this is going. And let's take a look at Muta's video.
Hello guys and gals, me Mutahar. I'm going to start you off with a question. When you donate to a charity live stream and that money leaves your bank account and it goes to the charity, do you expect that money to actually be going to the charity that you're donating to, or do you expect it to sit in a bank account for years?
Yes, Muta, to go to the charity.
Dude, look at this guy's face. What the fuck is this pause, bro? Dude, what? Bruh. This is like the absolute worst racist caricatures I see on Twitter.
What do you think is the more logical option? Do you want your money to go that year, or do you want it to just sit in a bank account doing nothing to help a cause that you firmly believe in?
Oh, well, I want it to go right away. Yeah.
And this is the most baffling response from this organization. Carl, UCSF is acknowledged on our website as part of our historical contributions.
And what's going on here? Turn the fan off, Muta. Jesus Christ. And I thought I figured it out. I thought it was some background noise from the Discord call, because the sound's also happening in this bit.
Made aware in 2021 where the money hadn't moved yet.
But then if you watch the Discord call, the sound's absolutely fine in it.
I really do feel like this is the internal civil war. I mean, he says, what can I do to make it right? Honestly, the thing he can really do is just...
Look at this, his camera's just gone completely out of focus. I watched all through it to just check if there was anything else in there, and it's just mind-numbingly repetitive and slow. There's no need for it to be this long. He mentions that one of Carl's...
Thank you for the $2, Nate. That's actually a great reminder for me to do a quick shill. Guys, about 380 people watching right now, 110 likes on the stream. If some of those 270 or so people who are watching the stream right now and haven't liked it, wouldn't mind please doing the bare minimum. Moving the cursor to the thumbs up and clicking it, or pressing the thumbs up on the mobile device, that would be hugely appreciated. Now, if you want to take your support one step further, you can donate directly through a Stream Elements link in the pinned chat message. You can also buy a membership to the channel, gift a membership to the channel, gift a whole bunch of memberships randomly throughout the chat. Buy a super chat, which will highlight a message, read out on TTS. Buy a super sticker, which is a YouTube image or GIF. They'll be highlighted in chat, then I'll describe it to you. You can go to discord.gg/Kuihman, twitter.com/Kuihman, or reddit.com/r/Kuihman. Thank you. Sure thing, British Xanderhall. That is a 10-minute at least. I'll think about it when I next see your name in chat.
Originally tipped off Carl about this situation.
To give you the most the baseline answer here, Carl was tipped off about it. Carl looped me into the situation, and that's why we looked in.
So he didn't even investigate anything, notice anything, or do anything exceptional. He just got shown the accounts which the money is in, and then made an unnecessary video considering Carl was already making one. What an incredibly lucky guy. And what about the situation that he's in currently? Well, unsurprisingly, he looks like an incompetent idiot. And you know, if you're collaborating with this guy at Nux Taku, you've really got it coming for you. But this topic is being covered to death currently, so I don't think I'd have anything new to add to it. One comment I did find interesting when Muta was defending himself was he said that YouTube wasn't his main source of income. And it just makes me question why. Why would you sit down to talk about TikTok so many times? Why would you rush out videos with obvious errors? Why would you do any of what your online career is if you could be making more money doing something else? Because this doesn't seem like a passion project. There are other creators that fall foul of this lazy content style. Take for example Moist Critical. He's profited so much from these videos, but he's put that into other projects, making things such as music and a comic book. Pyrocynical is a big offender for this, and is a pretty questionable guy, but he puts his profits into making very high effort videos that he claims he loses money on. But what's Mutahar done? He's made a face cream that he's apparently disingenuously advertised. He does his podcast, which is just awful, and I don't know, I don't think he's done anything cool or notable with the following and success that he's gained. I guess he just does this all for attention, which is lame. It's really lame. And I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to the channel.
W video. Very cool video. I will drop one. Great point. Go support LiquidSonic's channel, guys. Go sub, go like. Okay? This guy's epic. We support this guy. W propaganda channel.